And we are live. This is Stephen from wonderful Wiltshire in England. Hello, it's Wednesday. It's 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK, and we're just going live. And we're going to go live on Amazon. I'm live on Amazon at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. every day in the UK. And I'm just waiting for the signal to go through to Amazon, and then we're ready to go. This is my demonstration area, and I am here, by the way. There you can see the wonderful Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra being held on a Lamicall stand. There you can see the beautiful leather case suitable for iPhone 12 and 13, Samsung S21, S22, and a Lamicall stand. In front of that is the Stream Deck, and then the Aftershokz headphones. Hiding away at the back is an IPEVO stand. Next to that is the Audio Technica AT2020 microphone. TP-Link Deco Wi-Fi, which I'm actually using at the moment. In front of you, you have got the Loom Cube, and this is I just love the design of this stand. It's got 3 legs which you can lock into place. It's got a 12-inch tube extensible to 30 inches, and then it's got a ball joint on top. This is the Treblab HD77, and the thank you note is from my good friends at OneStream. Behind there is an Echo Dot, whose name I'll not mention. And behind my picture, if I hide my picture, no, hide. It's not what I wanted to do. Let's come on camera. Hello, and welcome to this live broadcast. And I hope you can hear me. I just need to find my camera. I've hidden my second camera somewhere, and it can't be too far away. It's probably just a moment. Here. Okay, so we're back to 2 cameras, and that's the one. Okay, and I'm here, and there is the second camera. So you're actually watching a Logitech Brio at the moment, and down bottom right is an Oberspot. I've got 2 Oberspot cameras, and basically they are amazing in what they can actually do. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in here. Just a minute. I'm just typing on the Amazon screen, hello, and come back here, and it should be in my studio now. 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to this live broadcast. I am broadcasting today from, if I put this up over here, wait a minute, get everything in order eventually. Broadcasting from BeLive. So that's the BeLive logo, wherever you see that. I'm using BeLive. It means I could have, if I wanted, 7 people on screen. I can play YouTube videos, show images, and I can show product images. And if we make a start by going down here, I'm just looking, yes, it's there. If I show this on screen, okay, every time that I show you a product on Amazon Live, there will be a post which goes out on Facebook and YouTube. And on Facebook, it will have the link to the item that we're actually talking about. So if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube and you want to know more about the item we're talking about, then just click the link in the carousel, or click the link that's in the comments. Switch the camera off, and we're now here, and I'm talking about this camera here, which is the Logitech Brio. Now you can see it as the featured item down in the carousel. Featured item is always the first item in the carousel. If you click on that, you'll find out more information. I'm here to help. I'm one of over 2,000 live broadcasts on Amazon Live, and we are here to help you. Basically, if you click the link to the Brio, it will take you to the Logitech Brio page, and this video may be playing on that page. But there you'll get written reviews. You'll get pre-recorded video reviews. This is me live. This is a live review of the Logitech Brio. So if you have any questions about the Brio, just ask. If I don't know the answer, I'll put my hand up. But I want to say, first of all, a welcome to the broadcast with Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England. And this show is Lights, Camera, Action. and we'll be talking about cameras. We're talking about lots of different things over the course of the next, I don't know how long it's going to be today. It could be 60 minutes. It could be 70. I don't know. But I'm here to help. And this is a live review. The items down the carousel I actually own. So I use them on a daily basis. I can talk about them. So this is important because I'm not reading somebody else's review and bringing it in. This is my personal review. And we're going to start off with, if I can go over here, I'll explain how all this works in a minute. When I find out, I'll tell you. Right, so we're talking about Logitech Brio 4K webcam. Now, in terms of how good a camera is, it's based on the resolution of this. Yeah, 720 is around about there. 1080 is there. Now, 720, that's a DVD quality. And 1080 is high definition, better quality. The more pixels there are, the clearer the picture, the better the quality. And 4K is somewhere up there. Okay, so it's sending out more pixels, more data, and the picture, when reassembled, is clearer. It is Ultra 4K HD, 3840 by 2160, and basically out the box, you can take it out of the box, plug it into PC or Mac, and you can go live on YouTube, providing you've got an upload speed of about 20 megabytes. Then you can broadcast live on YouTube. People can watch you in 4K, and you can watch the replay in 4K. So now is the time to get involved in 4K cameras because it's going to come. The only problem we have at the moment is that not everybody's got gigabit internet. As soon as they have, then 4K cameras will come into their own, and you'll be able to use a 4K camera in your browser. You can't at the moment. You've got to dial it down to 720, especially on Amazon Live today. This is at 720. Yeah. So you're not seeing the camera at its best. It can do better than this. That's being honest. It can go up to 4K. Now, as I said, you can just broadcast to YouTube in 4K. But in addition to that, you can create content on your computer in 4K, be it a PC or Mac. Using your favorite software, you can record instructional videos or how-to videos in 4K and then redeploy them on Vimeo or YouTube. And you're going out in the highest quality possible at the moment using a webcam. The Brio has noise cancelling microphones. This is important. Okay, can't be overstated. There are three things which are important in broadcasting. One is the camera, and we're looking at the Brio now. Two is the sound. Yeah. Now the sound you're listening to, if we just go over here, you're listening to a Blue Yeti, which is down in the carousel. Let's just go over to the Blue Yeti, which I think is down in the carousel, hopefully. Yeah, the Blue Yeti, you're listening to it right now. And it's $134.99. I've just featured it. It's 21% off today, which is why I'm featuring it today. Now, whilst I'm live, there are special discounts. Yeah, but they are only available once I'm live. When I stop going live, then the prices may well change. So just be aware. So the Blue Yeti, which you're listening to, is down in the carousel, and it's $134.99. It's got 4,051 4.5-star reviews. So it's a very high quality microphone from Logitech. Blue are a company. It's not the color of the microphone. Blue are owned by Logitech, and Logitech also own the Brio camera that you're actually looking at now. So it's like Logitech World, really. Everything is Logitech. I'm going to show you a Logitech Litra light in a bit. So lights, camera, action with Logitech. If only, if I could get sponsorship from Logitech, what do you think? Okay, so let's come back at the beginning, and we're going to go with Logitech Brio camera, which you're looking at now. Noise cancelling microphone. If your dog barks whilst you're live on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, if you've got a noise cancelling microphone, nobody else will hear it. Only you will hear the dog. That's why noise cancellation is important. If you're looking for a webcam, if you're looking for a microphone, do make sure they've got noise cancellation. That cuts out all the background noises. It's got high definition light auto correction. If I switch my light off, then I will go slightly darker, but you can still see me. And that's because the camera, the Logitech Brio that's up above me, is actually compensating for the low light. Look again, look out for these features on other cameras, but the Brio is a best in class. It's got a wide field of view. Okay, now I need my Samsung Galaxy S22 to actually demonstrate this. Basically, it's got a 90-degree field of view. So it can see through 90 degrees and it can go through an arc around there. So that's how wide it can actually see. Yeah, I'm going to show you that in a minute. This is 1, 2, and close that. That's how wide it can see. It can see a 90-degree field of view. Let's come back to me again. 1, 2, 3. I'll show you how I did that in a minute. So wide field of view. It is 4 times the resolution of a typical webcam. Most webcams are 1080 and 720, and it's got auto light adjustment. And if I switch my light back on, it's the third thing. Lighting is important as well. And it's got 3 fields of view, 90, 78, and 65. I'm going to show you that. In fact, I've just shown you that. So if I take that off and I go here, and I'm going to share screen. If I go over here, I can share my screen. Now, whenever you buy a new camera and new microphone, do download the software that goes with it. You bought the hardware. The software that comes with it is totally free. Okay, and this is a program called Logitech Capture. And all you need to do is to go to, right, that's what the camera looks like. We'll hide that for a moment. I'm going to go picture in picture that way around. Here's the software that's controlling now. Logitech Capture controls most Logitech cameras, the C920, 22, 25, 30, and of course the Brio, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, is actually saying it's controlling the Brio at the moment, Brio 4K. So it proves that I'm actually using a Brio camera today. Now, this software allows me, if I go side by side, and I'm going to go widescreen. Just a moment, let's go widescreen. Okay, get the best out of this camera. I can go left, I can go right, I can go down, and I can go back up. All hopefully, my fear is that I'm doing one of these demonstrations live and everything just locks up. So bear with me a moment and we'll get back to where we were. Okay, so I've got the basic movements up, down, left, and right. Okay, all through the software. Now, what you're trying to do here, this is all about being comfortable on camera. Okay, you want, when you're actually on a Zoom call, you want to be relaxed, and the way to be relaxed is to be approximately in the center of the screen, have headroom, and be visible. That's where the Logitech Litra light comes in. But what bit of it should be visible? Should it be everything, or should it be what you want people to see? And in my mind, it should be what you want people to see. Using the software, I'm going to zoom out once, twice, and go to 90 degrees. Okay, this is my office. This is my entire office. And you can see the green screen behind me. You can see the computer to one side. You can see the books on that side. And this is everything. And it's rather busy. And you can see the German language books. You can see, well, you can see everything. Nothing is hidden. The problem with that is that it's distracting. So when I'm broadcasting live, what I do is I zoom in once, zoom in twice, and go to 78 degrees. Yeah, 90, 78. And this is 65 degrees. This is, I'm too close to the screen on this. This is my preferred position, is zoom in twice and 78 degrees. And I'm happy now. I'm looking like I want to on screen. And that's what it's all about, being comfortable on screen. So the software allows you to do all that. In addition, if you wish, you can use the software to change the advanced settings. So I can change the auto white balance on or off. Okay, so now it's off at the moment. So we'll go with that. I can change the color intensity. I can go bright red, or I can go sepia. or I can come back to 50%, which is the default. So using the software, I can get the camera exactly as I want it to be. And basically, that is why you download the software and you've got the ability to zoom in and zoom out and get perfect on screen. And every Sunday night, what I do is I practice before I go live. So 3 fields of view, we've seen them all, 90, 78, and 65. It's got versatile mounting options. You can mount it on top of your monitor, or no, I don't want that. I can hide that now. I want to go here. Okay. You can mount the camera on a tripod. I've got a comment coming in, which I'll take in a minute. So thank you for the comment. Thank you for joining me on Amazon. Thank you. Okay. And the comment's going to come on screen now. Stephen, this from Jason T. Shields. Finally got you live. Good afternoon, good evening. I used Logitech software for the first time streaming on a private YouTube, and it was so easy. Thank you for sharing the information and teaching me. Jason, you are most welcome. Most welcome. I mean, that's basically what this is all about, is actually, I'm here to help, and I'm glad I helped. And Jason, thank you very much for a comment. In your honor for doing that, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here and I'm going to bring on the snake, and we'll see that Jason is now at the head of the snake. Okay, so Jason followed by me, followed by me, followed by an AI bot on stream on YouTube. So that will go around. If you, Jason, thank you very much. You helped make my day. If you basically want to join the snake, all you need to do is comment, and you can comment on Facebook or YouTube or Amazon Live. We'll see your comments in the studio. I can show them on screen. I can respond to them. And just to show, Jason typed in his comment on Amazon Live. Stephen, finally got you live. Good afternoon, good evening. It's basically heading up towards 4:30 here. And you use Logitech software first time streaming on a private YouTube, and it's going to scroll. I know it's going to scroll. And it was so easy. In actual fact, let's just go here. I can make a change because I think it's worthy of showing the full comment on screen. Okay, there we have it. So I'll read it in one go this time. Stephen, finally got you live. Good afternoon, good evening. I used the Logitech software for the first time streaming on a private YouTube, and it was so easy. Thank you for sharing the information and teaching me. You're more than welcome. And Jason again. And Jason is saying, you make my day, Stephen. Every time I tune in, I learn something new. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you. Wonderful. That's what it's all about. I mean, I've been broadcasting now for 8 years, and I've met new people, new friends, Jason, and it's just amazing. Live video is the best medium for meeting people. It really is. It's so powerful. Better than a blog, better than a picture, live video. And if you can go live on YouTube or on Facebook or on Amazon Live or Twitter or Twitch, you'll attract an audience. And when you attract an audience, you've got the potential of actually making new friends. And over to Jason again. And Jason is saying, all right, okay. Thank you, Jason. Okay. So if you want to join in and you want to get to that, I mean, I'm broadcasting all the way from Wiltshire in England. I live close to Stonehenge. That's where I am. I'm about half an hour away from Stonehenge, 93 miles away from London, out in the countryside. Right. We're talking about Logitech Brio and versatile mounting options. You can mount a Brio on this tripod, which is down in the carousel. Let's just take a closer look at the tripod. If I go over here, I should find it. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and here. I'll get to it eventually. I know I will. I've got everything else. It's close. I know it's close. I'm still here. I've not gone anywhere. And I've got so many things. So let's show this on. Okay. Just talking about the stand. It's the Lume Cube 30-inch adjustable stand. And It's designed for, it's a webcam stand. It's a desktop tripod, foldable and collapsible stand for lights and webcams. And it will take the Logitech 925E, 922X, 930E, 922, 930, 920, which I'll be showing later, and the C615. And it's a brilliant stand. And if I take that off screen, you can see the stand here. It's $34.99 down in the carousel. It's got 3 legs at the base. Let's just move the microphone a moment. You've got 3 legs at the base and you've got a lock. You just turn the lock and it locks the legs into place. Then you've got a central pole, which is 12 inches extensible to 30 inches, as it said on the card. Let's bring the card back a minute. I think it said 30 inches. Yeah. Okay. And then on top, you have got a ball joint. And that ball joint, it means if you've got lighting on top of you, loom lighting, you can actually move the joint so that the lighting is facing in the right direction. Okay. So that's the stand. Let's go back to beginning over here and go to Brio. And the Brio today, he said, is discounted. It's 9% off. It's $136.95 if you click the link in the carousel. So we've looked at the versatile mounting options, either on your monitor or on a tripod. The camera itself is 4K, 1080p, or 720p. It was released, told by Corinda yesterday, said September 22. So I'm going to take that. And the software I showed you to control the camera, remember, I was able to zoom out and go to 90 degrees, and you can see my office. Okay, and then using the software Logitech Capture, I can zoom in twice. I can go to 78 degrees. And that's me happy and everything's good. Okay. The setting I just showed you was the camera default settings. If you don't get the software, you can't get this sort of image on screen. I have a backdrop behind me and I am broadcasting using be.live, live on Amazon Live today. And just as a note, for everybody watching now, we talked earlier about noise cancellation, and the Brio's got noise cancellation built in. But if you've got an existing camera and you want to have noise cancellation, then you can get Crisp.ai, and they've got a free version where you can do so many minutes noise cancellation, stop your dog barking on your live broadcast. Simple as that. And any other background noise. Okay, so this is the Brio camera. Now, if I go down here and I'm just looking for something, Jason knows I lose things. Okay, and I'm going to go, where should I go next? Okay, that's a hint. Where we're going to go next, what I'm going to do, oh, my phone's, this is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Okay, let's go and have a look at it. Okay, so down in the carousel at the moment, the featured item is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, it is today 18% off. You can save $210. If you click the link in the carousel and you buy today, you'll save $210. Yeah? So, this has got to be, this is my favorite mobile phone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and we're talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And if I can go over here, hopefully in a second, just a second, I'm looking down at pictures at the bottom and okay, so Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, cell phone, factory unlocked. I'm going to repeat that later. It's an Android smartphone, 128 gig, 256 gig, or 512. It's got an 8K camera and 8K video. It's the brightest screen display that Samsung have had until they released the new phone this year. It's got an S Pen, which is in there. It's got a long battery life and it's a fast processor. And down in the one in the carousel is the US version. I've got the UK version, obviously. Okay, so let's find out a little more about the Samsung Galaxy S22. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this on screen and we're going to go side by side now. Okay, so this is me and the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and we're going to go like that. And this is the phone that we're actually talking about, this one. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone. Flagship phone 2022, and until a new one's released, it's still the flagship phone. Model-wise, you've got 256 gig. Hang on a minute, I just need to change something. Just give me a second. Let's go over here, and I go here, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay. It is 256 gig or 512, 128. Choose your model. Click link in the carousel. You can choose your model. It's 8K video. Let's go side by side. You've got 8K video and 8K images. It's got the brightest display that has ever been on a Samsung phone. So this works in bright sunlight. I've used in bright sunlight. I can still read the screen when the phone is, what's the word I'm looking for? When the phone is switched on. Just a minute. Let's go here. Go there, go there, and go there. So there you have it. That's my page on Facebook. Okay, just search for my name, you'll find me. It's got an S Pen. The S Pen was with the Galaxy Note. It's now with the Ultra. If I go here, just give me a sec now. I've got to concentrate now. Just give me a minute. This will be good. This will be good. Just waiting for it to start. I've got to concentrate. Hello, Amazon. So you can write with it. Okay, that's the first thing. There are 7 apps you can use with the S Pen. Now, the S Pen is not just that. If you want to use it to take a photograph, you can use an air gesture to actually take photographs. So the S Pen lives in the phone at the bottom. If I put the phone near the screen, you can actually see it now. Yeah. So it lives, if I can get this right, there. Okay. So it's got an S Pen. S Pen is handy for writing. Now, the other thing about taking notes, if you're in a no phones meeting, you've got to switch your phone off, you can still use the S Pen to take notes and you can save them. And when the meeting finishes, you can go back and read them. So you can make notes through, even when your phone is off. It's got a long battery life. Okay. Now, I could wax lyrical about this particular phone, and I will. But what I want to do is I'm going to take the logo off. Let's take the logo off. Let's switch off the snake. Okay, so you're now down to me. You've only got me. Okay, but it does have a long battery life. Charge it lasts for 24, 30 hours. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this on screen. Okay, and I'm going to go picture in picture. I'll bring that back in a minute. Okay, we're going to go picture in picture, and there we have it. Now, these photographs, I'm just going to shrink myself so you can see more of the photographs. So let me shrink myself. Okay, let's go here and shrink. Okay, so now I'm shrunk, but I'm still here. Okay. These photographs were taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra with this phone. It can take 8K photographs. And I wish I could show you in all the glory. This is a representation of the photographs it can do. This is Kano Locks and Devices. This is one of my country walks. And the next photograph is of Salisbury Cathedral, which was built in the 11th and 12th century. This is the font, which was installed in 2008. And you can see, I'm trying to point here, but I can't point. This, you can see the Christmas tree in the background. So you know this was taken before Christmas last year. And the font is just, I think it's just, it's very tranquil. The water goes down through the floor and then it's piped back round, and it just keeps going round and round, circle of life. And the font itself, which is used, is very practical, just very beautiful photograph. I wish I could say I took it, but it was taken by the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is my partner Angelica walking along the canal. And this photograph is taken at the Quartz Garden. The Quartz Garden was an industrial estate. It is now an English country garden, as you'll see later. Right, story behind this photograph. This is Rounway Hill, and in 1643 it was a scene of a battle between the Roundheads and the Cavaliers. It's right at the back. Behind that tree is Rounway Hill, and the battle took place here. There were cavalry, there were infantry and cannon, and the Royalists won. But unfortunately, the cannons weren't too accurate then, and one of the shots went astray, and it hit our church, St. James's Church, and you can still see the mark in the church wall. No real damage, but it's there. Okay, next photograph. This is the top of the locks. This is the Kennisnevin Canal. It goes from Bristol to London, and basically it was built for one reason. Goods were shipped from the USA to Bristol, and then from Bristol they were shipped over to London. So this was a commercial waterway where barge traffic, I mean, the goods came off the ship onto the barge, and the barge went all the way to London. And it started off on the River Avon in Bristol, then 97 miles this canal is, and then it went into the River Thames. So it went from the River Avon in Bristol to the River Thames just outside London, and that's how goods were transported in those days. But obviously what happened next is that the railways came, the canals fell into disrepair, but then volunteers took them over, restored everything, and it is now a main tourist attraction in Wiltshire. Again, all photographs taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which I've got in my hand here. This is the quality of the photographs. This is the lock. This is a lock. And what you can see is a set of gates. You've got a lower gate and a top gate. Basically, what you're trying to do is to raise the water level up so that the barge can go, well, the barge can go in, change the water level again, and the barge can go out. So it's to control the flow of the water, because basically what you're actually doing is you're going uphill. Okay, now you know you can't sail uphill, so you've got to come uphill in stages. And each lock is a stage and carries you higher and higher until you get to the top of the hill. And this is close to the top of the hill, just outside Devizes. We have a town band in Devizes, and they play in the park, in Hillworth Park, 2 or 3 times during the year. And I just love the composition of the photograph. And again, this is the Quartz Garden that you saw earlier. This used to be an industrial estate, but is now, as you can see, a typical English country garden. And these are the penguins. Now, I was about 30 feet away when I took this shot, and I was able to zoom in. Yeah, zoom in. And as you can see, 5 of the penguins are asleep. The one at the back on the right is awake. He's pointing the right way because it's nearly feeding time. So all good. And the feeding time is about half an hour later. They'd all woken up by then. And wherever you find, this is where I live. This is Devizes. This is our main street, which has been bypassed. And this photograph is in 8K. And if you zoom in at the top, you can actually see the faces of the people who are there. And this is the final shot of the garden. You can see how close you can get. And if I go one further, this is the Quartz Garden, and it's a beautiful, formal English garden. And it's time for me to come back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go side by side. So that's the quality of, I'll go here. That's the quality of this camera and the photographs it can take. It can take 8K photographs. I can give you a representation of what it looks like, but because of the technology, it is absolutely superb. Phone has a long battery life, takes an hour to charge. It will do 8K super steady video. It does nightography. It takes photographs at night, which look, though, they're actually taken during the day. It's got, right, okay, let's go to me for a minute. Okay, on the back, you've got the lenses, 108 megapixel, 3 times zoom, 10 times zoom, the nightography lens. It's auto select, you don't need to say which lens you want to use. It's got adaptive color contrast, so it goes from 120 down to 1, and in bright sunlight you can still read the phone. Long lasting battery. It's got the embedded S Pen, as we said. Now the S Pen, if I forget the S Pen, I get a message saying I've forgotten it. I'm just going to put it back into place. So the S Pen is back in place, all good. It's, as we said right at the top of this, it's unlocked by Samsung. It's dual SIM. You can go to your favorite carrier, get 2 SIM cards, got 2 phone numbers, 2 sets of text, and it's easy to switch between SIM 1 and SIM 2. Physically, this phone is 6.8 inches. It's got a WQHD screen and an adaptive refresh rate. I said it went to 120 hertz, didn't I? Recharging, you can charge it at 45 watts, 5000 milliamps, or at 15 watts. The lower the wattage, the longer it takes to charge. The rear camera is 108 megapixels. The front camera is an amazing 40 megapixels. So that's why it just takes such good selfies as well as photographs. And the camera itself and the phone, the whole thing was released on February 9th, 2022. So that's it. That's the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, my favorite phone by far. And it does everything that I want it to and more. And there you have it. That's me on Facebook. And also, I'm actually live on Facebook at the moment. And whilst we've been talking, the system has been busy posting my affiliate links to Facebook and YouTube. So thank you to Be Live for that. So that's the Samsung Galaxy, the best phone I've had. It simply works. It's high quality images. Well, sorry, you can also make phone calls and take phone calls on it. So good quality. Now, the next thing in the carousel, before we go to another camera, in actual fact, the next thing down in the carousel is my favorite headphones. Okay, now to show you my favorite headphones, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cameras. Okay, so I'm going to come over to me. The camera you're looking at now is, if I try and find it, well, if I show a card on screen, you're going to be looking at the Oswald. You're looking at the Oswald tiny camera at the moment, but that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about, I need to zap that. What we're talking about, and if I can find them here, I'll show you on screen. Probably not. There we go. No, we're not talking about Microsoft Surface Air. The system's gone wrong. Let's get rid of that. Let's go this way. I should be able to find them. I know I put them there. Okay, I'm just taking a breather. If you've any questions about anything at all that's down in the carousel, then please do ask. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And I'm just trying to get through till we get to, I can show this on screen now. Okay, if I go here and I take myself off solo. Okay, we've seen the gardens. I'll hide those. Okay, the TrebLab is down in the carousel, also down in the carousel. Just a minute, we'll get where I'm going. Audio Technica microphone is in the carousel. Lamical tablet stand we've seen. It's a stand. Gooseneck stand. Everything that I'm showing you now is actually in use. Logitech Litroglow light is the light that's lighting me at the moment. DJI gimbal, when I go out taking mobile video, that's my gimbal. Profitect green screen is the screen you can see behind me. Okay. And the LoomCube stand we spoke about earlier. Elgato Wave 3 microphone is next to the Blue Yeti. That's the Blue Yeti, which you're listening to now. And I'm headed past the USB, past the Logitech C920X, past the Oswald Tiny, past the Stream Deck, to here. We got there in the end. Okay, so we're talking about the Aftershokz Aeropex, which are here. If I put them close, you can see them. They only weigh 28 grams. They're very lightweight. And they're my favorite headphones, which is why they're in the carousel. So if I go, I can hide that. I can put this on screen. So the Aftershokz, open ear, Bluetooth, bone conduction, sports headphones, sweat resistant, wireless microphones. Right, okay. So we've read all that. Let's pretend we've read all that. I'll tell you my story. Okay, this is about the headphones. Down in the carousel. They are today, let's go over here. They are today $139.99, which is a 12% discount. So you can save $20 on them today. These are they. Okay, now to demonstrate these, what I'm going to do is this. Okay, because you can't really demonstrate headphones sat down. I always think that to demonstrate headphones, you should actually be stood up. So because we're using the OBSBot camera, yeah, I can actually stand up and talk about them, present. And presenting stood up is a different totally to actually sitting down. But it does mean I can move about, I can stretch my legs, even though I've been out my daily walk. Now, at 11:30 every morning, I get my Samsung Galaxy Mobile that we just looked at. Okay, and I'm just going to close everything so we've got a blank screen. I put these headphones on. I've got my Fitbit Charge 5, which is down in the carousel. I'm going to have to go with that just a minute. I pressed the wrong button. Just let's get rid of that. Okay. I take these headphones and I go to my phone. I go to settings and I go to, go to settings and I go to Bluetooth and I switch Bluetooth on. He said, okay. I switch my headphones on. Welcome to Aftershokz battery high. So far, so good. And now my headset is connected with my phone. So what I can do then is I can go and I can start up Amazon Music. Okay. Now I'm a subscriber to Amazon Music. It's the best way to actually take your music library with you. And I can go along and I can select a playlist. So let's select a playlist and I'm going to go here, not New Year's Eve, that's been and gone. 60s classics. Okay, so 60s classics. And I am now listening to She's Not There. Okay, so I may be speaking a bit louder now because I'm listening to music. Okay. Just a minute. She's Not There. Okay, so pairing is simple and straightforward. Okay, these headphones are now paired with this mobile phone, and anything I play on the mobile phone goes through the headphones. So let's put that down for a moment. The headphones themselves, as I said earlier, are lightweight. Okay, you can see them there. They only weigh 28 grams, which is less than the weight of a bag of crisps or a bag of chips, whichever way you want it. You go over your head like that, and if I turn sideways, I'm not good at modeling, I'm going to do it anyway. Basically, it goes over your ear, it does not go inside your ear, which means there is nothing to irritate you. That's the beauty of this, no irritations. The other thing is that these are headphones, not earbuds, and you're not going to lose them. Well, you won't lose one of them because they're a pair. Okay. How does it work? Basically, the sound waves from the speakers there go through your cheekbones to your inner ear. The technology is patented by Aftershokz and it simply works. Yeah. Now it's not as good as, well, it's good. That's what I'm going to say. It is good quality. I mean, I can play the Stones, or I can play Springsteen, or I can play even the Monkees. I'm showing my age now. And the clarity is brilliant. The bass is good. It's a good quality sound. Now, as far as the controls are concerned, I can skip a track, I can increase the volume, I can decrease the volume, I can switch them on and off. Yeah, I can take a phone call one click, I can make a phone call via voice dial. And all I need to do is 2 clicks to get the voice dial. So they're very functional. They're made for the outdoors. They are waterproof. I wouldn't go swimming in them, but if you go walking, jogging, running, or cycling, then they're absolutely brilliant because you won't lose them and it's high sound. But the thing about it is the safety feature. Now, if somebody stood next to me, I can turn and I can hold a conversation whilst wearing this headset and hear every word because there's nothing in my ears. I can see the traffic in front of me, but I can hear the traffic behind me because there's nothing in my ears. And finally, I can hear the cyclist coming up behind me, and they're very quiet. I can hear them. So safety-wise, great features. Now, in terms of durability, I've had these now for 18 months, no problems at all. But, and this is important, one of the things about wearing a headset is, first of all, I told you you're not locking out the world, you can still hear the world. And they are lightweight. I forget I'm wearing them, to be quite honest. I forget I am wearing these headphones. They are so good. But the thing about a set of headphones is, well, I'll tell you the story. When I got these headphones, I was so excited. I put them on, I put the Rolling Stones on, and I went into Angelica's office. Angelica's my partner. And I asked the question, what am I listening to? And Angelica was 4 foot away, and she said, I don't know. The leakage on this headset, and a new follower, Pauline, hello, thank you for following. The leakage on this headset is very low. Yeah, Angelica couldn't hear what I was listening to until she got a lot closer. So leakage is good. So they are just high quality spec headphones. They're great for outdoors. They work indoors as well. I put these on. I forget I'm wearing them. They are so good. So now we're back to the Brio and the Obspot. I'm going to go down to the desktop and I'm going to come. And whilst you're looking at the desktop, I'm going to sit down. So give me a moment and I will sit down. Coming now. Oh, okay. So I'm sat down and we're back. And I want to say a big thank you to Pauline. Thank you for the follow. And you actually became part of the recording because it showed on screen and that will become part of the recording. So you're forever recorded. But there's an important fact about this. To me and to all Amazon Live broadcasters, being followed is important because the more followers we have, the higher regard we're seen by Amazon. So I do want to say a big thank you to Pauline. You have genuinely helped make my day. And Pauline is commenting, and I can now show. Let's go down here. Oh, what a lot of comments. Hi from Oakland. Nice to see you. Brilliant. California. In your honor and as a thank you, what I'm going to do now, Pauline, is I'm going to go here and we're going to watch the snake. Leading the snake today is Paula, followed by Jason, followed by me, followed by followed by YouTube. So thank you to everybody who's commented today. Pauline, thank you for the follow. It is a win-win situation, and brilliant. I'm made up, as we say in the UK, and thank you very much. Okay, so that's the headphones. Pauline from Oakland, California. Okay, now I'm broadcasting from BeLive, which means I can take your comments from Amazon, bring them on screen. Now, I saw Pauline's picture, I saw Pauline's name. I do not get Pauline's details. This is important. All the details are safely held by Amazon. We as live broadcasters do not get any details at all. And the next comment is coming in. Thank you for all the comments. And Pauline is saying, I was just investigating background screens and your site came up. Ah, okay. Well, in that case, Pauline, don't go anywhere. What we're going to do is I'm going to go to the Fovitec green screen, which is the green screen behind me. If I zoom out, okay, I'm going to zoom out and go here. Okay, behind me is a green screen. It's the Fovitec green screen that's down in the carousel. It is $77.95. It's a 22% discount today. And there are the people who do background removal software, because you need the green screen, you need software. Now, the software I use is called XSplit VCam. I'm going to show you that in a moment. But this green screen is reversible. It's green on one side, blue on the other, and you can have it which way you want, whatever you feel happy with. And now I'm going to show you how it works. So give me a moment. Let's come back in again. And I'm going to zoom in and come to me. Right, I'm going to play a short video which tells us how green screen software works. Okay, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. Pauline, this is all about background removal software. Is in wonderful Wiltshire, England, and I'm here to give you an overview of XSplit VCam, how it works. Background removal tool I've been using since January 2019, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, the image behind me is one of Salisbury Cathedral, and the acid test of any background removal tool is that you still have 10 fingers with little webbing between them. Okay, so that test passed. Second is the outline of your body. Those are the things to look for when you're looking at a green screen, the ability to actually move about. So let's take a look at the software itself. And this is the XSplit VCam program. Okay, now you notice the top there, it says original. This is me. This is also me. So this is how I look normally. Now, first stage is to actually remove the background. So let's remove the background by pressing a button, and I get background's gone. Okay, prove that if I go here, background has disappeared. Okay, so the next step is to select a background to go in place, and you can do that just by clicking an image. You'll get a different background. Okay, that's it. That's very colorful. Now, just a warning, you need to make sure that the image at the top is not too light. Okay, what you don't want is to have an image too light at the top. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Okay, now XSplit VCam is an external program which you download from XSplit, and it sits on your computer and you can use it in this way. Okay, so over to one of my favorite backgrounds. So I'm just switching background. Now, if I go to here, you can actually see that I can get backgrounds from several sources. I can upload a media file. Okay, and I'm going to upload a media file. I'm going to go on my hard drive to artwork and to reduced. Okay, and I'm going to bring up this image, and that's it. That's how easy it is to take an image from your hard drive and bring it on screen. Second thing. Okay, I forgot to switch my microphone. I'm sorry about the sound there. And Jason is welcoming Pauline. So any sound problems, totally down to me. Hopefully you could hear it and there wasn't too much of an echo, but I'm back now and we're in control. But the thing is that as far as background removal software is concerned, they say you can do it without a green screen. As that proved, you do need a green screen. If you don't have a green screen, then it's okay. If you have a green screen, then it's near perfect. And a comment from Pauline. Thanks for that. Just what I needed to know. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. Now, the three things which are important in green screen. One is the camera. Okay. The second is the physical green screen behind you. And then the third thing is lighting. I'm just going to show you a light. Just give me a second. Okay. You need to have good lighting as well. Okay, I'm going to show you the difference. First of all, if I lighting is important, and I'm going to stress the point. The picture is going to go slightly awry, but if I go here and I go here, just give me a second, and I'm going to go to my hard drive. I'm going to right to the top to artwork. Okay, and I'm going to resized, and I'm going to pick this. Okay, now I'm going to disappear. In a couple of seconds, I'll disappear, but I'll come back. The camera will just disappear. I'm here. Right, now this is not the best example in the world because I've not set up everything perfectly, but this is doing it on the fly. And this is using, oh, another comment coming in, and it's going to show on screen. I have a pop-up green screen, and that is the next thing I'll be learning after the Elgato Stream Deck. I'm rewatching your YouTube tutorials on the Elgato. I love this deck. I love it too. This is what we're talking about. Jason and I are going to be talking about. Right, that's the other thing. I put that in front of my face. You can see that's the Stream Deck that Jason's talking about. So this is done on the fly, and if I didn't have, well, I'll show you. Lighting is important. Okay, just watch this. What I've actually done is I've broken the green screen because I have no lights on at all at the moment. You do need lighting with a green screen. So if I switch this light back on, just give me a second. Okay, getting better. And now I'm going to switch another light back on. Okay, and we're getting closer. Lighting is important. It's the third thing. And thank you for the comment, Jason. It is important. I'm going to come back to me. Okay, and second, I'm not gone far. Okay, lighting is so important, as I've just hopefully proved. You do need to have lighting. Room lights are okay, but if you can get yourself something like Logitech Litra Glow Light, this is made by Logitech. It's down in the carousel. It's $59.99. It goes over the back of your monitor, or you can twist the top off and you can put it onto a tripod. Okay, it works either way. You can extend it and you can angle it. Okay, push it down and you can turn it left, turn it right. And on the back, you've got controls for brightness, you've got controls for saturation, and you've got an on-off button. Okay, now I've got two of these. One is lighting me at the moment, and the other is here. So I can actually show you what it looks like. Quite nifty piece of kit. It's the first light from Logitech. They've got another one as well now. If you click the link to this, you'll find both of their lights. And I've been using now for over a year, and I've no problems with them. I first saw them on a show hosted by my good friend Marco Novo from Portugal, and he was talking to Daniel Zigman of Logitech, and they are great, great small light and ideal if you're using the background that we've been using. So hopefully that was helpful, and thank you for the questions. And thank you, Jason. So thank you, Jason and Pauline. If you're watching me live, I'd like to say thank you. If you'd like to appear on the snake, like Jason and Pauline, then all you need to do is make a comment, ask a question. As Jason will tell you, I mean, I don't buy it. I don't. I'm here to help. If you think about it, the normal Amazon.com page, I don't work for Amazon, by the way. I don't work for Amazon. Okay, and I've got a comment coming in from Pauline, which says, very helpful. You're most welcome. I'm glad you dropped by, and thank you for the follow. Just awesome. Thank you. Okay. Right. So we managed to cover the back. I didn't see, that's it. If I've got 39 items down the carousel, I have them all to hand. if you've got a question about any of them, then please do ask. And Pauline, thank you for the question. Jason, thank you for the help as well. And that's why I love live broadcasting, is because we're able to get involved. Okay, now the next camera I'm going to show you is an American product. Okay, I'm just going to change cameras, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to come down here. So I'm changing cameras. Whilst I'm changing cameras, you're looking at my desktop. There's the LumenCube stand. That's an OBSBot, which we'll look at. This is a USB 7-way USB hub, which gets rid of the problem when you've not got enough ports on your PC. TrebLab speaker, Litra Grow Light, Samsung Galaxy S22. Going back on its Lamicall stand, if you've got a larger phone, like the iPhone 12 or iPhone 13 or Samsung Galaxy S22 and 23, then this case down in the carousel, one-piece leather, and it does the job because you're double protecting your mobile phone. It goes on your belt. I'll try and get this into screen. Basically, your belt goes through there, so it's on your hips, and you're getting double protection because you're covering it up. So that's down in the carousel. Okay, now I can come back to me. Okay, and now I'm back to me, and you can see my full office, and I'm going to do this. Okay, this is another camera. This camera is, if I go here and here, the camera we're looking at now is the Nexigo N970p webcam. Now, it's made by Nexigo. Nexigo are based just outside Seattle, and they got into the camera market 2 or 3 years ago when they saw a gap in the webcam market. And they now have a range of 15 different webcams going from $60 up to $151. Now, the camera that you're looking at now is the Nexigo N970p, and today it is 20% off. So you save $38 if you click the link in the carousel and buy it today, $38 off, which I think it's less than I paid for it. Okay, the camera itself is Zoom certified. It's got onboard flash memory. This is important. It's the only camera I've seen this feature on, onboard flash memory. If I do a setting with the control or with the on-screen menu, it's remembered and it's stored in the camera, which means that if I take the camera from my computer to another computer, all the settings are there and will still work. So if I set up 6 different positions, they'll still work. And this is important. Portability from one computer to another. It can be your computer, it can be somebody else's computer. It will work. It's got AI-powered auto framing. This is a conference camera, but I bought this camera because of the quality of the video. Yeah, I love the quality. This is the best picture I've seen. I've got the Brio, I've got the OBSBot. This is without doubt the best picture I've seen on a Nexigo camera, the Nexigo N970p. But it's got auto framing and it's designed to be a conference camera. Basically, if you put this camera on a tripod in the center of the conference table, then it can see 1 person, 3 people, or 5 people. And it's got a wide field of view. It's adjustable automatically. You don't need to do anything. The camera sorts it all. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. Let's just go here. I need to show you this. I do need to show you this. Hang on a minute. I got it. Okay, take that off and put this on. This is the camera itself. Now the camera itself is 7 inches wide. Yeah, it sits on top of my monitor at the moment, but it is 7 inches wide. You've got to be aware of that. I mean, I've got 3 cameras on top of my monitor and no room for any more. But it is, well, because it works so well. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones, so any background noise disappears. Dog barks, you won't hear it. It works with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and Google, And the reason that this camera is so good, and let's just take the snake off for a moment. The reason that this camera is so good is that the N970p is built with Sony CMOS sensor that features, I've lost it, up to 3840 by 2160 UHD resolution at 30 frames per second. Right, in English. Okay, it's got a Sony CMOS sensor built into the camera. It's got a 4K lens, which means that it's high quality. 720, you're watching me now, 1080, 4K, 720 DVD, 1080 high definition, 4K, through the roof, best quality. And you can get this camera now and you can go live on YouTube in 4K using OBS. People can watch you in 4K. You can watch the replay in 4K. You can also, with this camera now, this minute, do a video conference. And in addition to that, you can use it to record content. If you do instructional videos or how-to videos, or you just want to go live, then this is the camera. And as I mentioned earlier, all the settings are actually saved to the camera, which makes it truly portable. And the reason it works so well, it's got advanced face detection, 1 person, 3 people, or 5 people. Okay. But it's got a remote with 10 times digital zoom. This is the remote. Now, normally I say, get a new camera, get the software, because the software's free. With this, get a new camera, you get the remote with it. Now, it looks decidedly like a TV remote, which means that we know how to use it. Yeah, no great learning curve. And the thing is, there is a button down there which says preset. And if I press the preset button with and then, right, if I get a camera angle that I'm looking for, and then I press the preset number, and then a number on there, I'll show you. Right, this is my main view. This is what my office actually looks like. And this is by pressing button number 2. If I press button number 1, I will come back again. Yeah. I can take you to the right-hand side of the screen, over here, my bookshelf. Okay, I can take you to the left-hand side of the screen, not that way, that way, and you can see the monitor. Okay, I can go here, and you back out to me. So I can set up 10 presets on this. The presets are stored in a flash memory on the camera. If I take the camera anywhere, all these presets I'm just showing you now will work straight away. Okay, it's a portable camera, the first I've seen in terms of cameras being portable. I'm just going to press home, take me home, and then I'm coming back to number 1. Okay, now you know on your television, you can bring up a menu. I know you can see this, yeah? This is accessible through the control. And I can come down and I can change the exposure. Now at the moment, the exposure is automatic. If I go right, then it goes darker because the exposure is automatic exposure, good. Manual exposure, you've got to do a lot of tweaking. Back to the menu again. Color-wise, this is automatic. This color that's being generated on the Nexigo is automatic. If I switch the automatic off, then this is the color it would be if the camera wasn't working hard. Now I can change this manually. Okay, I could go down and change all the settings there. Okay, let's just go try. And you can see, right, I've gone purple. Okay, I didn't mean to go purple. If I carry on, I'm going to go right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up and go back to automatic. Okay, menu again. And I'm going to cursor down to image. I can change the brightness. I can change the contrast. I can change the sharpness. I can flip the image. I can flip it back. I can flip it. Warning. I can flip it so I'm upside down. Now, this is possibly, I don't know whether this attracts viewers or not, but I am upside down. I want to come the right way up now. Okay, so I have not seen a camera that gives you as much control using a remote control before, and it just simply works so well. So it does have a remote with 10 times digital zoom, and I can zoom in slowly. Okay, and I can zoom out again, and if I make a mistake, I can go back to where I was before. Okay, it's got dual microphones which cover a wide area, and just a reminder, Nexigo is an American-born brand built on the core values of innovation. They're based just outside Seattle, and they have a range of 15 cameras. Click the link in the carousel and you'll find access to cameras costing from $60, which is a starter camera, up to $151. The camera that I've been showing you today is the Nexigo N970p. It's down in the carousel. It is $151.99. It is 20% discount if you click the link in the carousel. Right, I'm just going to go here. Okay, and we've finished the Nexigo. Nexigo was released 20th of October 2021. It's got low light correction, and it can pick up, the microphone can pick up a voice from 20 feet away. Okay, let me make one change and come back here. And I'm just waiting. And okay, I pressed the wrong button then. Okay, so you should be able to hear me now. Okay, yes, you can hear me. All right, okay. Now, I can answer questions about anything that's down in the carousel. I can answer your tech questions about live video. But what I thought for the moment is I did something different. And what we're going to go to, I'm going to show you the OBSBot next. But for a moment, how do I do this? How do I broadcast live on Amazon Live? Let me go back here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on a tour. If I go here, just a minute, I need to set this up. Okay, and I'm going to go down right to the bottom, and we'll get to the bottom, and then I can bring a comment on screen, which is here. What I'm going to give you is Amazon Live behind the scenes. In other words, how do I actually do this? So I'm going to play 2 minutes of a video showing you how all this works. So I'm going to bring the video up on screen, and we're going to go, I need to hide something first. I need to hide that. And I need to bring this on screen. So let me bring this on screen. Okay, and this is how I do the broadcast. Let's find out more. Here live in Wiltshire in England, talking to you. Well, you've caught me. I'm actually setting up for my broadcast later today. If we go over to Amazon Live, there's my broadcast that goes live at 4 p.m, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I'm in my BeLive studio. That BeLive studio, be.live. And BeLive has become my system of choice for broadcasting live on Amazon because of the BeLive marketing system. Because I can have multiple cameras on screen. Okay, so I've got my OBSBot and I've got my Brio, and they're both on screen at the same time, and I can demonstrate products on my desktop whilst I'm appearing in the bottom right hand corner. I can go side by side, okay, and I can go picture in picture. I can have, as you can see, on-screen text. Now, in terms of the on-screen text, what I've done is I've taken my products and I've put the main features of my products into my agenda on the right hand side. So I can talk about Logitech Brio. It's an Ultra 4K HD camera. and it's got noise cancelling microphones, and I can go through the features and show them on screen so that people are watching me unmuted basically can see what's going on. So let's go back to the BeLive marketing system, and we've got the product carousel. As soon as I go live, I get the product carousel in my studio, and we can talk about the Logitech Brio camera. You can see it there, and if I take that off screen, let's just hide everything that's on screen. Okay, and if I basically take that off full screen, it's back to me, and I can show everything about the Brio camera. But in addition to that, the full carousel is there, and I can go through the carousel and talk about the items. I could link it with my iPad manually, two hands, one doing the iPad, one doing here, and I can go through and talk about the items. Okay, back to me. Again, we're going to go to the and hopefully you can hear me. Basically, that's behind the scenes. That's basically how I put this live broadcast together. The full video is actually on YouTube. If you check me out on YouTube, if you want to see the full video, then Stephen Healy on YouTube, and you'll get more information about behind the scenes on an Amazon live show. If you're watching now and you think, well, I could be your side of the camera, the answer to that is yes, you can. If you've got a social media following, then you can apply to be an Amazon influencer and get your own store. And then you can apply basically to be, well, you can be where I am if you want. And if it's one of your dreams for 2023, make it so. And if you need any help, just get in touch. You'll find me everywhere. I'm Googleable. You'll find me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, everywhere. Because I've been broadcasting live now for 8 years, since before Facebook Live. I've used all the kit over the years. I've used all the broadcasting system over the years. And my favorite broadcasting system you're actually watching now, and you've just seen a behind the scenes bit of it. It is be.live, and wherever you see the be.live, that's basically where to go. Now, if I go here and go here, you can still hear me. And just give me a second, come to me, and we've got a comment come in. Let's go to the comments. And Pauline saying, thanks so much. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Pauline. Nice to meet you. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care. Thank you. Brilliant. Okay, now we're looking at the OBSBot Tiny camera, which is down in the carousel. Now today, the OBSBot Tiny, you've been my dear, Pauline, thank you, is $149, and it's 25% off. 25% off. Okay, so $50 saving. If you click the link in the carousel now, then you'll get the $50 saving. When I stop live, then the price may well change. I'm just saying. But the OBSBot Tiny is my favorite camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and I'm going to take you over now. If I click here, and hopefully this will work. Okay, we're going to go to the OBSBot Tiny camera. 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to show it on screen. Anything can happen now. Right, okay, that's not the view I wanted you to have, obviously. Just let me go to the software and switch over to the Tiny and come here. Okay, this is the camera that you actually saw earlier in the day. This is the OBSBot Tiny. It's on the tripod. It's at eye level. Now, this is important. Let me just show you. Okay, I switched that light off so it doesn't dazzle. Okay. This is my BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel. On top of that, you've got the OBSBot 4K, you've got the Logitech Brio, and you've got the Nexigo. I said the Nexigo was 7 inches wide. It is 7 inches wide. And there's the Logitech LitraGlow light. Okay, This is my BenQ monitor here. Okay, beautiful display. It's actually a CAD monitor, which means it's vibrant. And but you see, the problem is this, that when I'm broadcasting, I'm looking at this camera. Yeah, I'm looking up. Yeah. And I've got to remember to look up because I want it to be as though I'm looking at you. And for that to work, I've got to look at the camera. Now, occasionally I miss that, which is why I've put this camera on a tripod at eye level. I don't need to look up. I don't need to look to the side. All I need to do is look straight at the camera. And it looks as though I'm looking straight at you. And so I am. Okay. Remember, this camera is 25% off today. Now, most cameras, like the Brio and the Nexigo, are static cameras. In other words, they've got a 90-degree field of view. Yeah. But this camera is on a gimbal. Okay, let's just go back here a minute. This camera, there's the lens. Okay, there is the gimbal there, and there's the body of the camera. It's on a magnetic mount, but this one is actually on a tripod. Okay, and if I'm going to get picture in picture if I'm not careful. Okay, what I'm going to do is come back to me. But the special feature of this is that I can do this. The thing about Oswald cameras and being on a mount is that I can stand up and the camera follows me wherever I go. And all I need to do is to look straight into the camera. Now, I am live again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. In fact, I'm live 11 a.m. Eastern every single day of the week. If you have any questions, then please do ask. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., we'll be looking at the Elgato Stream Deck. We'll be looking at, well, probably the Blue Yeti and the Audio Technica microphone. We might bring the remote control back, okay? Or the TreadLab speaker, or the TP-Link Wi-Fi. Anything can happen tomorrow. Anything can happen on my shows. I want to say thank you to Pauline and to Jason for joining me and commenting today. I want to say thank you to you for actually watching me live today. It's always my pleasure to be on Amazon Live. I really enjoy being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. So bye for now.